The Phoenix Suns are a team that the NBA should be scared of. And the reason why is in the bubble we saw how hot they got. And they traded Ricky Rubio essentially for Chris Paul, which right now looks like they've tremendously won that deal. But the thing is that the NBA should be scared of them. This is a team that could make the Western Conference final. I don't know if they're finals bound unless some tremendous hot streak from this team, but I think they could be a serious threat to the upper echelon of the NBA Western Conference. And before we start today's video, I want to hear down below, what do you guys think of the Phoenix Suns? What do you think of the team? And also, what do you think's going on with Devin Booker? It's not like Devin Booker's having a problem, but obviously, if you look statistically, Devin Booker isn't having the best year. And I want to just talk about the reason right now this team has been playing so well. They're currently on a 3-game win streak, and it's because of their fourth quarter improvement. They've played so much better closing out games, and they were beginning the year with a -8 rating in the fourth quarter, and they switched that to a +12 net rating, which is actually 9th in the league over this span. So it's really good to know that they've switched course and they've been able to close out in the fourth quarters. And I think this is a team it's fun to watch because Monty Williams plays this half-second offense, which is you have a half second to pass, shoot, do whatever. And it works really well for Chris Paul. Chris Paul is playing phenomenal. Chris Paul is dishing out almost 10 assists, and he continues to be the ageless wonder right now. Obviously, Father Time has caught up to Chris Paul, but it seems like he's always adapting to a new game, and he's being able to be successful at it. And Mikal Bridges is playing phenomenal. And deandre Ayton was a guy who I think I was expecting to be a 20 points per game scorer, which he can still be, but he's still finding a way to be a dominant player without having the ball in his hand all the time. And they've been able to survive injuries because Booker and Paul are able to close the games, and they're staying healthy, which is good. But they've been able to absorb the number of injuries they've had because they've been at times without 3 to 5 rotational players. Like the other day, they had a starting lineup with Frank Kaminsky, who was a free agent at the start of the season, and Ayton Moore is playing, and he literally didn't even play last year, barely. So they're really giving minutes to the guys at the bottom of the roster. So it's crazy that they're winning games with the ability to survive these injuries, and it just shows how good of a coach Monty Williams is and how the system is being able to adapt on the fly. Because half a second to make a decision is really good. Because first off, their offensive rating when they started the year 8-8 was 15th, and the defensive rating being 8th. Now in this 6-1 streak, they're still 16th in offensive rating, still middle of the pack, still kind of mediocre, but the defensive rating still 9th. So yeah, they took some hit because of the injuries, but they're still able to do better. And their fourth quarter net rating went from 25th to 9th, and the rebound rate went from 16th to 9th. Points in the paint per game, it went from 26th to 14th, and it's just great to see that this team was able to switch around. And I know this Suns team could flip the switch and go really cold. Yes, this team is a really streaky team, and Devin Booker needs to take the next step in the sense that he needs to go back and at least be looking like closer to himself in 2017 to 2018 when he played 54 games and he was dropping. Am I looking at this right? I hate how when you look at stats online and I'm looking at something, they flip it. I mean, 2019 to 2020. I'm stupid. 2019 to 2020, where he was shooting 91% from free throw. He's shooting 82%, and he needs to be getting to the line at least 7.5 times a game, like he was. He needs to get to the line more. All right, 7.5 is absurd. That'd be like 14 free throws, but 5 or 6 times a game would be ideal. And he's shooting, you'd like to see him shoot 10 3-pointers a game in this day and age. I just think he needs, also, for being such a good 3-point shooter, Devin Booker has never averaged 40%. Can someone explain the hype right there? Am I missing it? I hope I'm not. And Chris Paul is a guy who I find really interesting. Cameron Payne has kind of stepped up for the Phoenix Suns. This team has a lot of guys who've came out of nowhere and played really good. Frank Kaminsky, a guy who I thought was washed, has came up and played really good. Cameron Payne, they should probably trade him because this is probably the highest his trade value will be all season long. Dario Saric, hey, I'm not saying he's like amazing, but he's getting stuff done. So that's what they want. You got a guy like Langston Galloway. They got a lot of shooters on this team. Kaminsky, he's a stretch 4, stretch 5, whatever you want to put him. Galloway, 3-point shooter. Abdel Nader, never really watched it. I know he played for the Oklahoma City Thunder, so I can't really tell you guys, but this is a team that could go pound per pound with a lot of NBA teams because of their shooting, because of their size. Cameron Johnson's a shooter. Cameron Payne. Like, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 guys shooting over 35%, 9 guys shooting over 30%, and 10 guys shooting over 30% in general. So with that shooting ability, and a Lakers team that won the NBA championship while shooting 32% from 3, and a team that's shooting 35% in general as a whole, this team could, even if they're a good defensive team, a top 10 defensive team in the entire league, they can stay pound for pound with a team scoring wise because of the ability to shoot. If I was Monty Williams, I would tell everyone just shoot it. Granted, it's not how it works, and there's more to it. I'm not an NBA coach, so obviously there's more to it, and that's why I'm not in the NBA and they are. Granted, I'm also 5'11", 6 foot if I'm wearing shoes, and 165 pounds soaking wet. But yeah, dude, I gotta go to the outlets. Like, I'm ripped right now, and took some dabs. I made this. I was playing 2K21, but now I'm gotta go to the outlets because I have to go to a date party for Valentine's Day on Saturday. My girlfriend and these other girls are matching dresses, so I gotta drive her to Kansas City, Kansas from Lawrence, Kansas to go to the University of Kansas. So now I gotta do that, and I really wasn't. It's about to snow, though. I'm about to get. Oh yeah, you know what I'm about to get? I know what I'm about to get. I'm actually really stoked. Okay. That's the video, guys. I'm going to get Fuddruckers. I couldn't think of it. Fuddruckers. I'm about to shove my dick. Make a hole in it and just like bang it. I don't know how many people listen to these endings. I'll get comments to it that people are like, that is the funniest ending ever. Hope you guys enjoyed this one.